I recently presented Carl Dixon, the founder of VEMAS Code, a few questions to understand how you can compete on cost when providing OS modular building stock, operating with what appears to engage more product and service providers on horizontal route than you would if you deliver the same project within a vertical manufactured process with in-house resources. Hi Carl, you have previously demonstrated the advantages of horizontal over vertical manufactured routes to market, but the horizontal route would suggest that more external companies are involved, each with a need to make their own profit. It's difficult to understand how it's cost competitive. Can you explain?
Hi, the short explanation is you can't unless you change the route to market. It is worth reflecting on the nature of the business, with many OS module manufacturers first competing with traditional construction for market share, and then with other OS manufacturers with an acceptable distribution area. The industry model is cost plus, restricted only by whatever the market will accept. And while sporadic incentives appear from time to time to provide an affordable house, it usually consists of some product-based solution requiring lots of living space, or the adoption of economic materials. If we accept this simplified analogy, it's not really an incentive to reduce the cost of OS modular product beyond intermarket competitiveness, limited only by an unaware market acceptance, which has already been set by traditional construction. In essence, you have to change the route to market, and that means disruption. And it's unlikely to progress at pace to lower the cost of housing stock if left to natural selection on a vertical trajectory. I make available this observation because vertical manufacturers can engage in some of the incentives, although problematic in product variation and costly to control cross-border integration. The four attributes that make it possible to engage more for less are amortization, standardization, centralization, and compression.
Carl, you claim that the direct cost saving is in the main associated with amortization, standardization, centralization, and compression. Can you provide an example of these features in deliverable project?
Sure, we can start with the pre-project cost savings, as the adoption of SPPS, Syndicated Proactive Product Solution, can provide an estimate of project projected cost without the need for extensive design input, pre-formal engagement, and free from any single source manufacturer. In terms of ensuring cost competitiveness throughout the delivery of a project, there are three segments to consider. SPPS, which is product related, MPPS deals with manufacturing performance, and PPDSS, which can be described as a supporting umbrella in the delivery of a given project. I think the easiest way to understand in short is to align examples of a couple of the core attributes within two or three segments in the delivery process. Would that be okay?
Yes, but can you first explain what MPPS and PPDSS stand for?
Sorry, yes, MPPS stands for Manufacturing Process Performance Support. Given an SPPS, you have product completely designed and engineered. You can, as a manufacturer, if you wish, to operate on greatly reduced overheads and opt for technical and performance support from a centric hub. You can as a VSMP, VEMAS Strategic Manufacturing Partner. PPDSS is Project Performance Delivery Supporting Service. This is the adoption of a central platform from which supporting services such as architects, project managers, general contractors, etc., and suppliers can leverage from. If it's okay with you, I will answer the cost competitiveness to the factory door as a product, which is extensively SPPS and MPPS. PPDSS is dependent on the type and scope of the project, together with the delivery structure, as each supporting entity has a slightly adjusted role to how they would normally service traditional construction. And there's no short answer.
No problem. But first, can I clarify that you don't have to engage in all three elements, SPPS, MPPS, and PPDSS, to make the cost savings?
The only must is the adoption of SPPS, without which there can be no MPPS or PPDSS. There is no enforced condition other than the protection of IP within the SPPS to deliver through an independent manufacturer of choice and a delivery team totally autonomous from VMAS. However, the level of cost competitiveness is designed to be incremental within the whole delivery process. Getting back to your main question of providing an example of how cost competitiveness is attained on the horizontal or the vertical manufacturing routes. SPPS amortization is attained through the separation of ownership of the product solution and the utilization of that product solution within multiple projects, with syndicate owners receiving royalties for perpetuity per square metre. While a product is manufactured simultaneously, the design cost of a given project is significantly reduced through amortization of a product element within a project. SPPS standardization is prevalent throughout the system, to component, to product design, and build technologies. This facilitates lean manufacturing production and assembly, reducing waste and enables more for less, reducing the cost through optimization and intense output. This is understood as a main characteristic of standardization. What may be less understood is a high degree of engineering standardization within SPPS that provides substantial flexibility in delivering variable layouts and multiple configuration of a single SPPS product into projects. MPPS leverages from SPPS in the manufacturing environment, accepting standardization as a contribution to optimization. For VSMPs, centralization is further reduced by negating the need for extensive technical and management overheads, together with a coordinated position that supports effective use of external resource in the delivery of product-to-project approach. Compression starts with SPPS as the product is pre-designed already and engineered. While there's product-to-project design required, this is significantly reduced in architectural, engineering, and fabrication design requirements. As the product enters the manufacturing environment, generically designed for DFMA, and in the case of VSMPs, matched with known production assets based for optimization, geared to cellular production, providing greater output rate. And with synchronized transparency and greater control post and pre-manufacture, the overall project is compressed with minimum disruption on site.
Carl, you have identified the advantage within MPPS of the coordinated function to support service providers to deliver project, which I understand helps compression. Yet I don't understand how it reduces the cost of service providers to a project on horizontal. Are you saying the cost is offset against the savings made in SPPS and MPPS?
Now, that's a fair observation, but as stipulated, to break down each specialization requires detailed answers. The way architects adopt a product-based solution utilizing design techniques to meet product demands is very different than the way most are engaged today. The way project managers, EPCM providers use transparency within the manufacturing process to enhance product performance is unique, and so on. One point to be clear on: you don't erode the cost advantages in the project delivery process obtained under SPPS and MPPS. You further add to those cost savings. Service entities under PPDSS, you further erode waste and reduce cost. There is an exchange of higher rates per hour, but for substantially less periods. Value over volume may be a subject for another day.
Thank you, Carl. My understanding is you turn our recurring costs into an asset, reduce the waste, spread the cost, and compress the process throughout the supply chain. And this is what provides the cost advantage to that of vertical manufacture.
Yes, but it's just focusing on the reduction of cost of OS modular, and for many that will be a significant incentive. It is the micro and macroeconomic impact within the route to market that I think is more significant in ensuring sustainable OS housing stock at every level is attainable. The purpose of providing solutions to EMBS, engineered manufactured building stock, is to first reduce costs, not simply to provide a substitute for traditional construction, but to provide a robust platform for what OS modular was always meant to be. Housing stock is a hungry monster when it comes to energy consumption. The inclusion of energy-reducing solutions beyond the confines of a single unit, plus the advantages of embedding 5IR technology in a progressive manufacturing environment, provides the next generation of housing stock.
Thank you, Carl. The next time I have an opportunity to speak with Carl, we will be exploring how VEMAS looks to support each ASEAN country with OS modular revitalization and innovation.